What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the Friday edition of Across the Board. Yeah, myself, JD, along with my guy, Nick. What is up, man?
What's going on? It's a blessed Friday. We have been having a great week, and we're looking to keep the momentum moving on to the weekend.
You got that right, man. Yeah, it has definitely been it's definitely been a good week. I actually know you are coming off a huge day.
Yeah.
I actually guess we can just go ahead and go right actually into that now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yesterday was awesome. I feel like I saw the board pretty well. Um, it would have been better if the Celtics won, but you can't win them all. We ended up going 4-1 on all the VIP plays, cashing in for about 14.92 units. Amazing day. Looking to keep it going. We've actually had an amazing month overall. I'm up like 23 units total, and it's only the 13th. So everyone should just look to get in now while I'm hot because usually I ride it out and we keep going.
yeah, that was definitely a hell of a day. Yeah, I also had a good day. It was just a 3-2 day. Was not anything crazy, but it actually was my fifth straight winning day though. Um, as far as this month is definitely going well, which I'm definitely proud of, just because last month was so huge. And like whenever you have that like huge month, it feels like that next month is kind of hard to kind of keep that up.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I'm definitely glad that things are still going well. Uh, yeah, we got some people in the chat. What is going on? Glad to see you here. Also got our guy Zach, who also is saying hell of a day, Nick.
Yeah, yesterday was fun. I don't think we really sweated any. I guess the only sweat really was the Celtics at the end because at that point we're already up. If they hit, it would have just been even better. So most of the bets were nice and easy, like good ones. The Nuggets surprised us with that amazing comeback, but Jokic already hit his point line at that point, which was awesome. So everything like kind of worked out where you were just like having a nice, comfortable day and not like panicking a little bit. So it was awesome. It was fun.
Yeah, those are always those are always good days. We also have our guy RC Baller in here this morning. Glad you can join us. Will say, as far as actually college basketball, I do know that we have some games going on currently. We have games that are actually about to like tip. The games that we're going to talk about, we have one like later afternoon game and then a game to a night. So there's no rush to get to those. But if you have any questions about any certain games, definitely go ahead and drop them in the chat, and we will make sure to get to those. Just really quick, as far as the game going on, um, we have the St. Louis game, which they were a team this season that I bet on a lot. They actually treated me really well, except right down the stretch, they started to not play as well, and I thought today was a game that they needed this actual game here. Like they like needed to get that good like bounce back game, and currently they're down 32-15. So not a good,
Really?
yeah, not a good start for them here. Um,
Wow.
Zach saying, "Let's go slew." Yeah, man, if you're on them, you need them to pick it up quick. But that's a game that, depending on what's going on here, we will monitor that and may even give a little halftime bet there for that one, guys. You know what we always start out with first. We're gonna go right into the NBA. We have our first game up. We got the Phoenix Suns. They are headed up north to take on the Raptors. Suns. They're actually on a back to back here. They actually did play the Pacers last night. That was at 123 to 108 win. It's the Pacers. It's not really saying a whole lot. Um, but then you have the Raptors here. Um, they have
Came back to reality.
yeah. There's definitely to put that. They are back home here though. They haven't played in it. They haven't played in a couple days here. Um, Nick, what do you think? I mean, because as far as the Suns, yeah, they have been winning games. When you look,
Yeah,
they've won it's like Pacers, the Bucks, and it's just teams that like
they
have been.
should win.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
game, right? Exactly. It's games that they should win. So, are you thinking that actually this might actually be a Raptors spot here?
Yeah, I think everything's trying to lure you to take in the Suns here. But I really think this is a Raptor spot. The Suns are on a back-to-back. Devin Booker and Jalen Green are also kind of working their way back from injury. So on a back-to-back, I don't think if this game gets ugly, they just might call it. And they don't really care. Like losing to the Raptors isn't going to be the end all in their season. They're not even same conference, so this could just be a throwaway game for them. The Raptors kind of need to start winning. They need to get that confidence back. I think this is actually a great Raptor spot, especially against the Suns team that's kind of depleted on the perimeter defensive side. With
Yeah,
Grayson Allen out, Dylan Brooks out, with the way the Raptors have their guards, they're kind of built around their perimeter guards. Um, so I think this is a game for them to kind of get right, get back on the track, and kind of start put together a couple wins here. With that being said, I'm going to jump into the prop game here, and I'm looking at Brandon Ingram today because he is an elite mid-range scorer, and that's kind of where the Suns lack defensively. Without Dylan Brooks and Grayson Allen, they don't really have someone to check him. So I think he could get his movement going. I'm looking for over 21 and a half here with Brandon Ingram. And I'm kind of on the, at first, I was thinking Suns here, but as I looked more into it, like I said, they want you to kind of take that Suns. I just think this is a Raptors get right spot here.
yeah. I'm definitely glad you were actually on the same like page there because this just seems like a Raptor spot here. I doubt that I actually bet this, but yeah, there is definitely how I would lean. Um, I'm going to go ahead and get into the next game here, which is a team I feel like we've talked about and bet their games quite a bit recently. Um, we have the Wolves heading into Golden State here. Um, Wolves laying 6 points tonight on the road, total of 224. Um, the Wolves, man, past what 3 games now, uh, they haven't looked good.
They've gotten
uh,
me. Let me tell you that.
I did play one of their games over. That was the Clippers game.
No
Um,
sweat.
and that one, yeah, I think they cleared by like yeah, they cleared by a lot. So yeah, that was a nice actually sweat free win there. Um, but on the other side, you have actually Golden State, and they're also not really playing the best now. I mean, if you just look at their actual like, ATS stats from actually both of these teams, like if you're like solely looking, capping on that kind of stuff, like you don't want to touch either actually one of these teams because they are simply not actually covering spreads. I mean, actually, Golden State, I think even on the money line, they're like 3-7. Actually, they're actually last actually 10 games here. Um, all that saying, man, I think this line kind of tells you everything. I think this just it's just screaming to me this is a Timberwolves bounce back spot here.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one. I'm actually kind of fighting myself personally for not hammering this line because the Wolves have gotten me in spots where I think they would, show out. Uh, but I'm all in on Timberwolves here. I mean, if they take my money here, then I got to figure out something else. I might just ban this team. But this is an all-in Timberwolves spot. This is a get right. This has to be a get right game for them. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They have not looked well. The coach even called them out on that Clippers loss for embarrassing defense for a team that's ranked number one defensively in all different metrics. The Warriors are down their two best players. Stephen Curry's not playing. Uh, Jimmy Butler's not playing. They really, if you look at that roster, you're like, who are half of these guys if you don't even follow basketball? This has to be a Timberwolves get right spot defensively, which will lead into a blowout. They should, in a blowout game, this line should be a -9. The reason why they have these -5, -5.5, -6 is because of the fact that Timberwolves have looked terrible. in all metrics. But if you're a Wolves believer and a Wolves backer, this is the spot that you just got to put your money on and turn the other way because everything else will tell you, "Well, what am I doing here?" But just looking at this game, this has to be the game that they turn everything around because they've also been really bad on the road, and clearly this is a road game. Um, but I'm all over the Wolves here. I'm probably gonna drop it in the chat as well because this is a game I can't pass. I'm on Anthony Edwards here as well. Um, as far as props, that's the only prop I would think. I just think the best bet across the board here is the Wolves spread. Because if they open it up, it's gonna get even uglier. The coach called them out defensively, so they might just like I don't know. As far as props, when it comes to looking at a game, and I label this blowout potential, I kind of write out all props.
Exactly.
So I'm all over the Wolves spread here. I might even alt it up for plus money, honestly.
Yeah. That were yeah. Actually, that to me does actually make a lot of sense because, like you said, if they win this like game, it is probably more in a blowout fashion here. So yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
just to even make this game even more like on the books or like and they're actually getting close to the play-in tournament, as far as where their standings are. Uh, they're 40 and 26, and the Suns are on their neck with 39 and 27. So they need to start winning games and need to start winning them pretty fast because they could flip spots and all of a sudden they're in a playing game, which I mean they should end up winning anyway. But as for a team with the veterans like that, they don't want to be in that position. The Clippers are kind of putting everyone on notice that they're here as well. Um, so no one wants to face the Clippers in a win or go home game, I would assume, at
Mm.
this point. So they want to be in that playing spot. So the Wolves better start winning games, and this is the one that they need to get themselves right.
Yeah, that's actually a great point, and makes me like this game a lot more now. I hadn't even really thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good point. But yeah, we did not talk about these games. But I'm glad to see that actually we were both on the same page here, though.
Mhm.
Um, that is always a
Because
good.
even if you look at the standings in general, that whole 3 through 7 are all within, like, a game and a half of each other, so it could get weird.
Right.
And no one wants to play the Clippers, let me tell you.
No, definitely not. All right, everybody. Well, I think it's about time we shift gears here, head into a little college basketball. So, like I said, now it's time to get your questions in. And guys, there's a bunch of games to a day. There's a bunch of really good games. But we're going to touch on a couple games that actually we got asked to actually go over. So those are the ones that actually we're going to hit first, and then we're going to go from there. Um, First game up, which I see Zach just literally asked about here. Tennessee versus Vanderbilt. I had Vanderbilt -1. Looks like that line may be flipping now. Looks like Tennessee maybe moving to the favorite. This is basically a pick'em game now. Is what that looks like. Total of 146 and a half. I'm going to bring up Zach here now. Looks like he's liking the. Well, looks like he's liking the actual over here. I can get into that first. As far as this total, I have this game. As far as where it's priced on the side, I totally understand it. I have this game 75 to 75. Well, it's like 75.24 to 75.02 or something like that. Very close, but no, but just as far as my numbers, um, I do have this game going actually over here. So just by the numbers, I do agree there. Um, just by how I think this game might go, though, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to really get there. As far as this season, these two teams have actually played twice. The first time they played, this game did go under. It was a 69 to 65. game, and that was an actually like a Tennessee win. Then the last time they played, it was a completely different style game, and actually Vandy won, and that was 86 to actually 82. So that one obviously flew over there. Um, as far as Vandy, they're the ones that actually want to play with the pace and everything there. So it really depends on. I don't know. The actual this whole game to me is actually tough. I actually see why like everybody wanted us to actually like go over this like game. Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna start out there, just saying as far as my numbers say actually over. I'm gonna say as far as my numbers also say that this line is priced right. Um, this game is being played, I believe, in actually Nashville. So as far as Vandy, some people are giving Vandy like an actual bump there for it being like more like home court, but it's still Tennessee who they're playing. So like I don't like I don't
Where
feel
is
like
Nashville?
yeah, like I don't feel like I can actually give them like an actual bump there. If they were playing like somebody else, I mean, yeah. But but actually for like me, yeah, like I said, there's no way that I'm actually going to give them a bump there for that. But I feel like I just said a lot. But Nick, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, I mean, the a big factor here is that Vandy had a bye. They haven't played. Tennessee is coming off the back-to-back here, and their best player is battling a high ankle sprain. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Can he put together another good performance? Will the ankle bother him? I just think the money here. I'm on Vanderbilt here. With that being said, I just think with them being rested gives them an advantage in this kind of game because if they could make it their pace, uh, Tennessee's might be tired. As you could tell, some of the teams in the other tournaments playing on the back to back didn't perform as well. They were a little tired. Um, so that's why I think this is a Vanderbilt money line. I wouldn't take the -1 because it's pick 'em at -110 at this point. There's no point, I guess, in the -1, although it doesn't really exist. Uh,
Yeah,
just depends, I guess. If you're giving me plus money at -1, I'll probably take it, but um, we're going Vanderbilt here.
if you look at both of these games that they've already played this season, uh, they actually split them, but within the game, Vanderbilt had had an actual pretty decent sized lead in actually both games.
Yeah,
Uh, just actually one of those games, they obviously gave up that a lead.
yeah,
But that to me does say something. And then for all the reasons you actually said, Vandy's side is kind of how I lean also. Seems like Tennessee is getting a lot of love though.
I
Um,
think it's probably they've been playing very well as of lately.
all right.
And then I guess you could carry it over here. I just think this is a Vanderbilt spot, unless you think some people usually think that rest is actually a disadvantage because you're coming in cold, haven't played. So sometimes playing the back to back is an advantage spot if you believe that. I think in this kind of game, if Vanderbilt kind of changes the pace and makes it how they want to play, it'll actually favor them. That's why I'm on Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I definitely lean Vanderbilt here. Which as far as the over, which actually also makes me lean that actually way also. So it's actually Zach to your question there. Yeah, there is definitely it's definitely how I lean. The like market though is currently not agreeing with actually anything we were actually saying. So this is going to be a very interesting game. Really is. Um, and now, if I can find it, we're going to move to another very interesting game, and actually, my opinion, that's going to be Iowa State, guys, taking on Arizona. Um, Man, this should be a great game. We have Zona laying three and three in the hook now. Yeah, this actual number has been bet actually down some. Total of 143 and a half. as far as what these teams they actually have met during the season one time, and the Wildcats did win that game 73-57. Um, Nick, I'm actually gonna let you go first here, man.
Yeah. Um, I'm on the under here. Uh, Both of these teams have been playing very well defensively. Iowa State is holding teams to under 60. What does the number say? 61. In this tournament right now. Uh, they just blew out Texas Tech, um, which is impressive win because I thought that game was going to be a little closer. Uh,
So
um, I think this is an under game throughout. Did you know that they're also playing on a new type of court? Um, this LED
so
ASB court. And I think that could play a little factor because apparently people are slipping more than normal.
so what they did, yeah, because yeah, you're right. This I don't know why they decided to do this. This like I understand they're trying to draw eyes in and all that shit, but like this was ridiculous, and it was so bad that they didn't just go and say like next year like actually we're like not going to do this. I'm actually not sure if you know this, Nick, but last night they changed the actual court
Oh, so they're
overnight.
playing on the
They're
real
gonna
court now.
they're gonna be back on
Okay,
the
okay.
real
I
on
did not
actually the
know that.
regular hardwood court. That's how much the players and everybody was saying like this is horrible.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, tonight they're actually
Back on the real court.
back on the real court.
Okay.
So that's kind of an interesting factor too. Um, I'm not sure how much that's like gonna play
I
in this game, but as far as your play, as far as the under though, that actually makes me like that more though.
Yeah, because now they were kind of trying to I guess get used to that court and now they're gonna go back to the real court. They,
Yeah, exactly. So no, I like definitely agree. As far as the under, um, I have been close to actually like playing that. Um, for me, this game is tough, man. As far as Zona, I mean, they've been somebody. I mean, they've actually been a team that I've been trying to back all actually year. Um, if you just look at all the stats, I mean, Zona is the actual better actually
FIBA
team here.
improved.
Yeah, there's good. Um, but yeah, they are the better team. They are the better actually offensive team. They are the better actually defensive team. They're better actually. They're the better rebounding team. Um, it's very hard for me. I think this number on Arizona is kind of cheap. Um, it's something feels off to me though, man. This is one of those games where I kind of got a gut feeling on.
I
Um,
think
and
with you telling me the court's been changed,
mhm,
I think I might switch to my new favorite bet,
okay,
Arizona. I've been looking, like I said, I've actually been looking to bet against Iowa State. I thought I didn't actually end up betting anything in the Iowa State Texas Tech game because I wanted to get a read. Um, I mean that game they blew out Texas Tech. I just think now this line is kind of favoring Iowa State as far as what they are. But I feel like I just been looking to bet against them. They're a really good home team. They're just not at home. Um, and I think this is Arizona spot here. So I'm changing over to Arizona spread.
well, that's where I'm at, and I just want to get your thoughts here because as far as this number, um, I all my numbers are saying to back actually Zona here, but to me, this game, as far as the meaning as far as as far as actually Iowa State, I think this game could technically mean more,
Hmm.
and actually like of how well that they looked, and actually like yesterday's game, I think that's why that this number is actually so low here. So in my mind, I've been trying to figure out am I just overthinking it? And is this going to be an actual like Iowa State, like where they really could actually like upset them like here? Or should I just stick to actually like what my numbers say and just lay and I should just lay the points here.
Yeah, I guess Iowa State is playing for seeding in the NCAA bracket. Um, Arizona, I'm assuming is locked in at a number one spot, but if they look terrible this game, I guess that could teeter.
Nah. Actually, they're
No, they're
yeah,
locked in.
yeah, they're locked. So that's what I'm saying to them. That's the only thing that's the only reason that I have not bet this game yet is because at the end of the day, what does this game really mean?
Yeah,
But with saying that, I'm sure these kids still want to go out there and win.
exactly. You kind of
Um,
want to, shut a team down that, feels that they could beat you and be like, no, like you're not even close to us. You don't want to give any team feeling like okay, they have a weakness because I'm sure other teams are gonna look at like let's just say they get beat this game. Other teams are gonna look at that like okay, this is how we can attack them. I feel like Arizona is the better team. I know Iowa State is playing hungry and playing hard. Um, I think Arizona is just a better team, and that's why I think the spread kind of moved in Arizona. If you're an Arizona backer and a better, this is a good spot to kind of get take them here.
yeah, Drew. Yeah, we just went through all that. But I first saw that comment, Drew, and I was like, "Where did you get that?" Because I need to know, and I need to get some money down on it right now. But then he came back and said, but then he did come back and say minus one
Right.
185 there. Because at that price, I was ready to throw a very large bet down there. Zach is saying that this is a tough game. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be on the Zona side, or either I'm gonna pass them.
Yeah.
There's gonna be it, guys. Guys, is there any other games that you would like us to actually go over? While that's happening, I'm actually just gonna update on the scores. So yeah, if you have any games, definitely drop them in the chat. Take that off the screen. Okay. So as far as St. Louis, it looks like they have brought that a little bit closer. They are still down 47-34. Then we
I'm gonna
have
have to look at that game actually.
yeah, we're definitely gonna look into that one. And then we have the Michigan and Ohio State game. Michigan is currently up 9 points. That's good. I mean, yeah, that's going about how I thought it would. Nick,
Oh,
if you want to look actually to that St. Louis game, I'm
yeah.
actually going to start. I'm going to start answering a couple questions
I'm
here.
looking at it right now. Jo- they're St. Louis shooting 25% from three. George Washington shooting 41%, and they're getting more. They have 9 offensive rebounds. George Washington. So that's kind of you could tell where this is. They're hitting their threes and they're getting more second chances. That's based off of just stats.
I was about to say they've actually hit 9 threes.
Yes, nine for 22, while St. Louis only 4 for 16. I mean, this might be a second half St. Louis. I mean, you might even want to take the money line here, uh,
Let's see.
unless
Let's see what we can.
because unless you think St. Louis is not going to shoot 20, like they are going to continue to play this bad because they're getting out rebounded on the rebound side.
I
Another
like.
offensive rebound.
Would expect both to kind of even out. There's some. I would definitely expect actually St. Louis to be able to make a few more shots.
Yeah.
But I would also expect George Washington to not hit like they are.
Well, here's
See, and
here's my
they like
question for you. I'm assuming like I haven't really watched enough of this St. Louis game. Here's my question for you. St. Louis only has 3 offensive rebounds, while George Washington has 10 offensive rebounds. I mean, if St. Louis actually starts boxing out and getting some second chances and/or securing that defensive rebound, I think this sways heavily into St. Louis territory now.
But here's the thing. I have it pulled up here now. They're down 14 points, and
Yeah,
you can only get 3.5 points. So no, like I'm not gonna touch that. Like I need more.
Well, I would
Well,
say this is a money
actually,
line
it just
ride.
moved. It just moved. You can actually get 5.5 now in the money line at plus 220.
Yeah.
It's looking like. Um, I still thought you were going to be able to get a little more than that. I was thinking more like 7 was where I was trying to buy. Um,
Well, let's see. I know FanDuel has an alt spread, so you could get 8.5 at minus 210, but I don't know if anyone's gonna take that.
yeah, nah. Um,
Minus 3.5 at plus 300.
yeah, I mean, like I said, the St. Louis direction is what I want to be on, but hang
Yeah,
on,
I
hang
mean
on.
the market is making it tough to find a good angle on here.
It is. We
I
may
think
find.
I think for me personally, this would be a money liner pass. Um, as far as what
Yeah,
I'm looking at,
because
because
even
I think if they get it in that 5 range, I mean, unless it's within like 4 minutes, they might end up winning the game outright.
because even the team total they have set at 81. I mean, yeah, they. I mean, I'm going to be honest. The books have this priced well. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, they are definitely wanting, or actually, they are expecting to see the same things that we're saying here. And
this dude is dominating the rebounds. Tyrone Marshall.
yeah, I'm going to bring up a couple other questions here. We got Drew in
What
the
we got?
chat saying he like Kansas for the upset. Let me pull up that game. Um, man, Kansas, their team this fresh to me this season has been very tough. I mean, like I think that they've been tough for just kind of like everybody because it seems like you don't know what you're going to get,
You don't know
uh,
if Derek Pearson's playing or not.
and you don't know what he's going to do. Um, I, it's just been so much up and down. But anyway, uh, Kansas, as long as he's playing and playing well, yes. I mean, like I think they definitely can. This actually Houston team. Um, I just don't like laying numbers with them, man. Um, they
I
don't
don't
have they don't have the actual like offense, like actually like I think to really
hurt
um
teams.
yeah, and they don't it's hard for them to like extend well well actually like at least versus good teams.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, for me, Drew, yeah, Kansas or either like pass here. As far as actually Houston, I do not want to lay this. I can pull up my actual number really quick for you. Um I make it 4.5. So am showing a little bit of value on the on the Kansas side there. Um, so yeah, but there's definitely would be how I would lean. We have a few people asking Duke and Clemson, um, saying that he's leaning Clemson to cover here. Um, I have a lot to say here. Nick, do you want to go first though?
Duke, plain and simple. I think this Duke team is uh, very primed to win the tournament and win the ACC tournament. Um, I think Duke kind of wanted to shut the door early and move on. So I'm on Duke here, plain and simple. But I'm
Yeah,
not. Yeah,
I think Clemson's going to be a very popular play. Um, because everybody saw the Duke game and Duke barely barely won that actual game. Um, I mean, as far as Florida State goes, they actually had been playing well, and then actually they played well again last night. So that actually was a very tough game. And like I said, Duke barely got past that, and now you're seeing Clemson, and you're getting what 10.5 points. And what the line is still? Yeah, 10.5 points here. But Clemson does not have their big man now. And that I think is going to really hurt them, like really hurt them. Um, and Duke, they last night like was their close game, you know. So that's kind of out of the way now. And I just as much as a lot of things, a lot of people are leaning towards Clemson. I just can't hear. Um, I I like really do think that this may be one of those Duke games, and they like win this more in actually like the 15-point range here.
That's
Because if when actually they played during the season, let me pull that up. Um, yeah, when they played during the season, Duke actually won that game 67-54. Um, and but as far as in the second half, Duke actually played a lot better then. Um, and I think they figured out how to actually play them. And then actually, like you could see them, yeah, they actually definitely played an actually better second half there. And yeah, to
I think
me,
this is just a mismatch game,
yeah,
and the books clearly are trying to tell you that. Although it was close yesterday, that they know that this is not Clemson does not favor at all in this game.
yeah. So I'm sure that's actually not going to be a popular side. Um, and that's also why when you get a really trendy dog, um, that's also not something I really want to be a part of. Because those actually trendy dogs normally do not work out well. Um, Zach, any team totals you like, man? You like no, that's where I'm looking at first. But actually not, man. The past actually couple days here, we've had these great slates of games. But honestly, I think a lot of these games are lined extremely well. Um, really, really do. Um, I am looking at some plays. They are going to be out soon. Um, but everything I have so far, I think, is a side. I am looking for totals and maybe team totals. I am looking at Arkansas and the actual Oklahoma game. So Zach, I don't have anything locked in there yet. I need to look into it a little bit more. But actually, you actually are actually in the VIP, so don't actually worry. You will be having those sent out to you. But actually, that game there, we can just hit that super quick. Um, as far as actually Arkansas, they're laying what 7 points. Total 168. That's mighty high, but it is high for a reason though. Um, both of these teams, they're actually going to run. They're like actually both going to score. Um, as far as actually like Oklahoma goes, they've been playing some really good ball here. Really have. Um, but then again, as far as this Arkansas team, I do not want to bet against them. I believe we talked about this last week. I actually think, but that is leaning me to still taking an actual over here. I mean, as far as the Arkansas games, I mean they've just been going over, over, over. If you've just been betting them, uh, you've been doing great. This like total's high. I understand it, but I'm definitely close to playing the full game over here. Drew, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you being here and being in the chat. Um, yeah, if y'all don't have anything else, I think it's time that we go into our best bets of the day. Nick, I'm going to let you go first because I've tried to find one.
There you go. I'm gonna be rocking with Brandon Ingram over 21 and a half points. I feel like just his shot selection and where the Suns defensively lack is where Brandon Ingram looks to score. He is an elite mid-range scorer, and I feel like over 21 and a half is a great spot. I might alt down a two-leg parlay. If you're in the VIP, you kind of know that's what I like to do. I'll probably take a 20 plus, but for the purposes of best bets, we like 21 over 21 and a half. If you want to have fun, you could probably go for 25, but I feel like 20 plus or 21 and a half is a good spot for Brandon Ingram.
Like it, like it. Yeah, guys. Today for watching the show, we actually do have we do have our VIP promo still available. The link is right down here below us. You can get all all of actually our like plays plus the rest of the team for only $9.95. You cannot beat that. And also, as far as Nick, just to kind of show you the way like Nick makes his plays, I actually did save a couple of his from actually last actually night. I'm going to throw them up on the screen here. Well, actually, that is just a side play there. Um, but he normally does actually a lot. He actually normally does a lot of plays like actually this though. Nick, do you just want to talk about it actually like a little
Yeah.
bit?
When I'm comboing and parlaying pieces, I'm looking for numbers priced a little mismatch where I would like them to be. Um, I'm looking at minus 150s, minus 190s, and I kind of put them together. I'm getting plus value at both of them because nine times these guys usually hit these lines a lot more than taking them straight. So you're getting more value and you're getting them at a better price because I'm not going to pay the minus 150 price. I'm going to put it together. For example, this one, um, Wendell Carter was plus 130 and Devin Booker was minus 210. Um, so I put them together. I got plus 217. I didn't like Devin Booker being minus 210 at 25. And then all of a sudden you look at 26 and he's minus 165. I know he ended up shooting over, but if you guys are an NBA follower, these dudes stop at like random numbers. Um,
Yeah.
I felt a little more safer with Devin Booker at 25 and Wendell Carter at 9. I know they both ended up shooting over, but we're looking to make money and not just throw shots at the board and hope they hit. So this is kind of how I've been consistent at making money and kind of going up. And then as you could tell, my slips are legit. You could check my FanDuel account, Fanatics account. That's not a real number. I am throwing $250 on bets, $150 on bets. So we are legit here.
Yep, and that's the one thing that we have said for actually years now. Um, and as far as our team to actually like be a part of our team, we all bet the games that actually we like give out. And Nick definitely shows shows actually that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so make sure to click that link. Make sure to join us. It's a great time of year to join us currently, and that is a hell of a deal. But to get to my best bet for the show, um, I am gonna go with Duke, guys. We actually just went over that actually game. We actually just went over all the reasons why. Give me Duke. I am gonna lay those points. Lay the 10 and the hook here. And thank you, Zach. Zach actually knows all actually about it here. He says we are 100% the real deal. Appreciate you there, man. Man, it's Friday. It's time to have us a weekend. Um, Bill's coming in the chat here saying Duke Arkansas money line. I
Hmm.
mean, yeah, I don't like it. I feel like that's still you're still probably having to lay a lot of juice there, Bill. I'm not positive, but
I'll get it together real quick.
um, I feel like
So
that's a lot of juice there.
yeah, you're still basically playing minus 200.
Yeah, I would want to
If,
add something.
Yeah, if you're like a guy who hammers those kind of lines, that's actually not bad value. It just depends what strategy you guys normally take towards the books. I'm looking to kind of get plus money here, but I've seen people hammer like minus 200s pretty consistently and make good money. So if that's your strategy, I don't mind it. It's just not a bet I'm gonna take. But it again, some people play differently. So
Bill, if you're going to do that, I would throw another team in there, and I would throw in Tulsa. Um, that's a team that we actually might have a play on. I actually may be laying those points. So that would actually be like another team that I would not mind throwing in there. But yeah, Nick, is there anything that you would like to tell everyone here?
And if you're not in the chat, if you're not in the VIP enjoying the fun, get in now because it's only gonna get more fun once MLB comes around. We're getting hot at the right time, and we're looking to stay hot. So join in and let's fucking win.
That's right, man. Hope everybody has a great Friday. Yeah, let's have some fun. And like always, let's fucking win. Later, guys.